Hello everybody, I hope you're all keeping well. I had just sat down and opened up my scroll for the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery to carry on because I'm a little bit behind. I think in my last one, made my shed. I'd positioned it on there. Well, I have stitched my little shed on with my lace doors and my lace window. I think the only thing is I had the stripes going that way on my shed when I first made it, and I changed it and cut a piece so that the stripes went that way on it. Around the edge I've just done stem stitch all the way around, as you can see on the back there, and then just overcast stitch to put all the other things on. The next prompt, and I intend to do some flowers around it, but because I'm a little bit behind, I started putting some little pots down. These are just pieces of fabric. They're actually the, I don't know, I haven't got it here. The fabric had a print with flowers on, and there were like little stripes in the center of the flower. Well, that's what I've used for my pots. You can probably just see the little wispy bits, and I think that works well. So I have 3 pots there. I would like to put a pot at the front door, but I just haven't got that far yet. And I did a few little stitches around just for the ground as well. So that's about as far as I've got, and I was about to start doing some flowers in the pots and around the little garden shed before they come up with the next prompt, which is in the next, well, it's Tuesday here today, so tomorrow night my time or something like that. It'll be very soon, within the next 48 hours, and I don't want to get too far behind. But as I sat down and sort of got this ready to get going, I received a parcel. And this parcel is from Whiskif. And some of you may have remembered the gorgeous bags that I got from Whiskif before. And they were, just let me grab one. This is one of them, the beautiful black and white. I have the checkerboard one, I have some polka dot one, and I have like a harlequin design, and I love them. They sit next to my desk here, and they each have different projects that are on the go, which is ideal. And so when they contacted me again and asked me, I thought, well, I don't really need any big bags, but they had some new cosmetic purses there that I had a look at, and I thought, would be perfect for my storage, and they also kind of follow a similar theme as those black and white bags, and they've just arrived. All I've done is cut open the end of the bag. I haven't taken them out yet, so let's just have a look before I get going. Now they had quite a few different new things, and they sell out quite quickly. Now I had a look on there yesterday, I think it was, and they've got new things again, so it's the kind of place where you kind of they go quick. So these are the 2 cosmetic purses that I ordered. Oh, quite lovely, aren't they? Oh, look at that. Okay, so, oh look, oh, that will be useful. Look, that's a bag. I'm sure I can use that for something. It's like tea bag kind of fabric. Oh, isn't that lovely? Oh, let me just straighten it all out. So I grabbed 2 bags. Oh, they're lovely. That's lovely. Okay. Remember, it's been squashed in the mail as well. And this is the other one. And they complement one another. And I thought they're perfect because they go with the whole black and white thing. And these are just like the reverse. So I've got well, it's like an old white, almost cream, but we'll say old white, with a black rose design on it. And then this one is, let me just bring that back a little bit. There we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? This one's the black one with the white design on it, and they have a handle on the top of it. They are square in shape, as you can see, and they have this jacquard-like fabric. But it's kind of runched a bit, so it's really interesting. It has a nice texture to it. Inside, we have a pocket, a mesh pocket on the lid there. It's got a nice zipper with a nice pull on it. We have 2 pockets that are made out of the mesh as well. These are like water resistant in size, and they're such a good size. They're such a good size. So let me just see what size they are. So we'll do it in centimeters. They're approximately about, I wonder if I should measure the bottom. It's probably easier. So they're approximately 23 centimeters by 15.5 centimeters. And I'll put on the screen what that is in inches. And depth-wise, they're approximately 13 centimeters. So they're a very good size, aren't they? And they have 2 zippers to close, which you would kind of have it at the front there, like that. Oops, we've got a little something, a thread in there we'll get rid of before the zipper might get caught in that. We don't want that, do we? What's that? Okay, let me just, a little bit of thread, which happens sometimes. There we go. It just pulled straight out, actually. It's probably where they've just basted it on or something. There, got it. Okay. We have 2 lovely zippers, nice quality as well by the look of it, that hang down the front on both of them. So they're going to be great for storage. And of course, once they've got things in them, they're going to be, you know, I can stack those on top of each other, which is excellent because we know how much we like to keep things in order, and we don't want things taking up too much space. What I decided, so these are the containers that I keep my embroidery threads in. And what I was thinking when I ordered them was they might be perfect for these. Like either that way, which is wonderful, isn't it? But also that way. Just let me... Okay, so I have 3 of them. And I find these at the thrift stores because the new ones they make are slightly different now. And these are what I do. So this is the latest one I found. It's slightly discoloured, but it's the same. So there we go. Isn't that perfect? That holds all my embroidery threads because that's all the embroidery threads I have. I do have a couple of like this sort of thing. I think they're crochet threads or something that I find every so often at the thrift store. But one of them can hold my embroidery threads and any, you know, sometimes you get them in different kinds of packs, like long ones or anything. I could put them in here if I wanted to. Or I could store, I don't know where I put them. They're in one of them. I spent lots of time about a week ago at putting these all in order. Okay, here. You know, I could keep spare those. And these ones I ended up, that's like an original cardboard one. And I used that to make some on my Cricut machine with some thick cardstock. So that works really well. So I have a stack of those. But if this got full of embroidery threads, then I could always put some extras in this pocket up here. So that's what that one will be used for. I love that idea. Keeping it all together makes it easy, I know. And because they've got like a little opening here, I could put a tag on that so that I know what is in here, that, you know, so I don't go to the wrong one. That one, I have not a lot, but I have, and I'm trying to get it organized as well. When I found that last container, when I found that last container at the thrift store, I found this one as well. They were $1 each. I'm pretty sure the other one was $1 as well. And in this one came these, and these are all like silk ribbons. I thought, because this is a different design to the other ones, and I'll show you how. And that's why I only wanted this kind. See, this one, see how it's different? And this one's slightly bigger than this one as well. There's a difference in them. Oh, is it? Slightly smaller. Oh, they're pretty much the same, but I can feel a ridge here. But the layout, see, all of those three are exactly the same layout. This is totally different, and it is thicker width-wise than this one. What I thought I might do, I don't have a lot of silk ribbons, but over the years I have collected or found while thrifting lots of, you know, things with silk ribbon on them. I could use this bag, and there's some here. Look. Oh, Lynn Harris sent me those ones. Thank you, Lynn. And, you know, this sort of thing. So, and I've been keeping them in this pouch here, which is fine. But, you know, you've got to rummage through everything. It's so much easier to have things like this. I could use this particular one to sort my silk ribbons into. I can leave it in there for the time being, so I know where it is. So one will be for embroidery thread, and the other one can be for my silk ribbons that I collect over time. So there we go. I like those a lot, and I do like the texture on them, and they really do hold their shape very, very well. And if you were going somewhere, like you could, if you were going somewhere to on holiday, or, you know, to a retreat or something like that, you could put all your little scissors and things like that and your little bits and pieces. You'd have all your little embroidery threads in one go, and it's so easy to carry one of those, and one of my big totes with my project in would be wonderful, that I could put my fabrics and things like that in. So I'm very, very happy with those. Thank you so much, Whiskif, which is WISKF, for these lovely cosmetic bags, which is what they're called. And I will put a link to them in the description box below. But of course I'm not going to use them for cosmetics. I'm going to use them for my craft supplies. So anyway, now that, oh, I was so happy when the door went. So thank you for that, Whisker. They're wonderful. So now I can get onto my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, and like I said, I'm going to keep those and use those in my crafting, like the sort of thing we all do. Right, let me just put these to one side. They stack very nicely as well. They stack very nicely. And the reason I chose, like for the tote bags and for the cosmetics bags, the black and white theme is because I end up with a lot of different colours, and some things have to stay fairly neutral, otherwise it's just going to be chaotic in my room. So if I can, I do have touches of the black and white, so I thought I'd steer with that rather than too much in different colours. Okay, back to this. What's that? Now, I am wanting to do some flowers, so I need some green. Okay, it's so nice to have my threads all sorted. It did take me, probably a good over an hour. I sat there one day like I don't have enough to fill it all up sort of thing, so they do move around a little bit, some of them, but that's okay as long as they're tidy and not just thrown in there. So we have some greens to work with, and I want to do a few. I might start off with a darker green to start with around here. I'm just going to do some little stalks. I hope everybody's been keeping well. I've been quite busy. My daughter Jessica came down to see her new little nephew, so that was lovely, and she stayed with us for a couple of days, 2 or 3 days last week, so that kept me quite occupied last week. And then there was like visiting my mum and visiting the new little baby. So, and then still teaching my son to drive, basically. So, I just feel like I've been out a lot lately, and that's not the kind of person I am really. I do like to be at home. Okay, so we have 3 strands. I think I need to invest in some new needles, to be honest. Oh, see, I've got that one. That one's obviously my favourite. But I don't want that colour just yet, so we'll put that over there. And this one's my favourite because it's got a bend. Okay. Now, I've still got to catch up on my vintage sewing techniques that Susanna from Vintage Blend Studio is teaching at the moment. So I think I'll have to have a look. I'm almost finished the cross stitch one, so I'm so far behind. I feel that I'm so far behind. Okay, so what I'm going to do around the base of the cottage there, just at the back, I'm just going to do a few strands going up, I think. Just like that. So a few long stitches haphazardly around the bottom of the cottage. To help it to blend in a bit. Some straight, some on a slight angle. I hope everyone's keeping well. Okay, that's fine because I can add a different colour green in with that. I may do just a couple over there as well. Oh, I should have just, let's just, take it back over. I'll just have a couple in the back there like that as well, I think. Sort of. There, maybe like that. So there we go. Okay. Did I want something over there? Well, I might do the flowers on that one first. That one can be quite tall, the flowers, I think, because there's room. That one might be like more of a just a short flower thing there. Okay, so we might. So on this one, I might just. Gotta remember the stitches. Okay, I think that might be better that way. Just doing like a daisy stitch there. I'm out of practice. Like that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so they're little daisy stitches in there. I'll just put one more up here. Look at that. I don't know what kind of flower's going to go in there. It just needs colour more than anything because they're so small. Yeah, that's fine. That's that one. Just I might leave that bit out because I can do some. I usually, if I've got little bits left, I'll come and add more to the rest of the garden. So just let me put this back on. Keep things a little bit organised. So more of a, see that is that one, which might work. Like if I make a lavender one out of there, that's not, is that the same? No, it's not the same colour, so that's all right. Because that's got that blue-grey tinge to it, and I think that might work for that. What kind of leaves does lavender have? They're little tiny ones, aren't they? Kind of, are they like rosemary? A little bit? I think they are, so I only have to do, well, I can do some stalks. Yeah, I think so. We'll do some stalks. Because obviously they're long. I'll do lots of stalks. And then I can just do some bullion knots. To depict the lavender. I'm just doing some shorter ones at the bottom. Okay, so that. is the lavender greenery. I'll leave there. Got a tangle. Oh, how did that happen? Okay. There we go. So that's that. I'm just going to put a little bit along here as well. Just a few little bits of greenery. Catch on my nail that keeps catching on things. Okay, there's a little bit. I can do a couple more over the other side and use that. Over here. Although I've got a feeling this bit is going to be covered by the time I'm finished on my little sketch that I had going. It was, so. Not that I'm strictly speaking, and it's not that I'm strictly sticking to my sketch, but it's just keeps me, you know, gives me ideas as I go along. Okay, that's fine. Right, okay. These are like turkey work that I put in, and I'm still debating whether I'll leave them in or not. Depends if they behave themselves. Okay, so that one I was going to do a more low kind of shrubbery type thing. So I could have a different colour green. What about... That's a light colour green. That might look nice. Okay. Oh, got to catch on my nail. A nail file here, it's usually for crafting though, it's not. There we go. Okay, that feels a bit better. Okay. Alright, let me use a bit of this. I guess I could use it in the 6 strands. And I don't know the colour, the code numbers or anything for the embroidery threads that I use, because I find most of them thrifting and they don't have a number with them. And I haven't thought to keep the ones that I've purchased myself, which there aren't that many that I've purchased new. Or sometimes I find them and they've still got the thing on, but I never even thought to keep them. Okay, so what am I going to do here? I'm thinking something more, a lower one. Oh, what about, like, I don't know if this will work. Just like, sometimes it's getting a bit high there, isn't it? No, I don't like that. I might have to think about this one. Go and have a look at a couple of pictures on Pinterest or something. I've got a bazillion saved in a little, what do they look like, a little album, and I rarely go back and look at them, so I should, really should, just for the garden. But you know, sometimes we sit there and we browse through and we save things, but and you, they all go in our head, don't they? You know, all helps. Okay, that's what I think I will go and do. I'll leave it there, and I'll be back when I've got an idea for this pot. I may come back and take these stitches here out so I can go a bit taller, which I'm thinking that might be the way to go with that one. So, all right, I'll be back. Oops, I forgot to turn the camera on. I am sorry. All I'm doing is like 3 stitches next to each other of differing lengths, kind of like one, 2, 3, kind of like that. And hopefully that will look like some sort of plant. And I did take those darker stitches out from the background there as well. Go. I think that will be, I can always add a few more if I feel that it needs it, so it's just basically like that. Yep, that should be fine, I think. Maybe one more over here. We'll just do 2 there. Oh no, I'll do another one. It's funny when you haven't done it for a little while, you kind of get out of the swing of it. Okay, so that's that one. Right. Okay, now what kind of, well, I know, oh, yes I do. Okay, I want some lavender. I don't know if I have the exact kind of colour for lavender. I think that might be alright. Colour's lavender. Oh my. That one's a bit too dark, and I think that's not quite the right shade. That's the closest I've got to lavender, so that's what it's going to be. I have to work with what I've got. I'm going to be doing a bullion stitches, so I need a bigger piece than that, I think. Save that one for something else. I actually think I might split it into 3 because they only have to be very tiny. There we go. I really need to get some new needles, I think. That one's better. It's so tiny, the eye on this one though. Incredibly small. Okay, this one's going to take the magnifying glass. Oh, wonderful. There we go. So much easier. It'll be a light lavender. They do come in different colours though. They do come in different colours, so it will be a pale lavender, this one. Now, how do I do? I think I have to have it at the top, don't I? If I start at the top, we'll try that. Is that right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's try that. Come on. Little lavender at the top. Can you see it? Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I will just go along and add some to to the pot. Oh, I did that in the wrong spot, didn't I? Oh, that's okay. I can have a couple like amongst the grain because I don't want to rethread that just yet. I don't know why it keeps doing that. There we go. Oh, I'm making a tangled mess. Oh, come on, we can do this. Boolean knots are very forgiving. Okay, I shall do some more. So I started at the top there, like that. That's it, yeah, up the top, come down and back up, like that. So, that's better. Okay, there we go. I'll finish that pot and then I'll show you, and then I'll work out what I'm going to put in those two. Alright, that's done. My little pot of lavender, and I just did a couple of loose French knots down there, just to, you know, use a little bit more of that thread. So I've got these threads out now, and I'm thinking, that's a pretty colour, that one. I think I might do something with that colour there, because that's quite yellow. I was going to steer clear of the yellow colours, to be honest. A little bit of red's always nice in the garden, isn't it? And so is yellow, really. Let me just do that one first. I think that I need to do that colour because that's such a pale green. Although, you see, that's a darker pink, and it... I don't know. I don't know. I could use an orange. If I've got an orange. I'm not really an orange person, although there's yellows and oranges. This is it for yellows and oranges. It doesn't get any more adventurous than that. There's that bright yellow there, which is quite bright, isn't it? Did I use that? I think I used, oh no, I used the orange for the, oh, is that the same? No, that's a more gold colour, that one. These little flowers here. No, I don't like that. Don't like that at all. No. Not that one. There's this, which is a real dark pink colour. I just feel the darker colour should go with the darker leaves for some reason, and the lighter colour, then it might stand, it might look odd. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. Okay, so this one here, we might just do some little French knots on this one because they have to be quite small. Hopefully they don't look too much like tomatoes or anything. Not that it would really matter. But I've got tomatoes over here and they're bright red, so this is definitely not red. So let's have a look. I'm going to do 4 twists, but I'm going to leave it quite loose. Like that. And I can come back and add a few more leaves as well once I've done the flowers. To fill in the gaps a bit. And I'll do a couple of small ones like as if they're buds as well, I think. At the top, like here. Like that. I'll definitely have to come back and put a little bit more greenery in there. Can't see the greeny belly at all now. And with the buds, I'm just doing it around twice and pulling it tighter. So it's like that. And I'll come back and put some more green in there. Ow! Got myself. Oh no. Green. I'd like to, I want to leave that thread out because I want to add a few of that colour. So I need another needle, I think. What's that one? So tiny. I don't know. Maybe some little daisy kind of flowers, and I could put a little yellow centre perhaps. Oh, there's not a lot of that left, is there? I don't want them too thick though. Oh, I just thought of something. Um, um, hmm. We'll try it. You can take anything out, can't you? Anything can be taken out if you don't like it. So I'm just doing like stitches, all like, there's a bit of paper. I'm just going to just go like that basically, and then do a French knot in the middle and see what that looks like. It's hard to see, even like I've got my good glasses on here and it's hard to see. I can't barely see what I'm doing here because it's on a bit of a pattern. This background fabric is quite patterned. Well, if I can't see it, no one else is going to see it either. Oh gosh, it's so hard to see. I don't know if that's going to look any good. Well, I'll just do some random stitches and pretend they're flowers. Hey? Just this seems to be what's happening here. I think it's... Right. I'm going to keep putting little stitches in that I can hopefully see, and then I'll come back. Okay, so there we go. There's a nice close-up for you. They are very small, but that's the way I'm doing my project. And remember, they don't all have to be elaborate. I have the intention, like as we go along, to fill in little bits, but at the end, when all the prompts have been done, then I can go back and fill in all the spaces that I feel need more. But I don't want to fill too much in now in case I can't fit it, because I really don't want to make my piece. I mean, there's room to make it a bit longer, but I don't want to make it too long because I'm kind of, this is going to be thicker, and so I want it to fit on my reel properly. I have an idea for the other side of my piece, so I don't want to make it too big because it won't fit on my spool. So I hope you've enjoyed that video today. I feel like I've caught up enough to carry on with the new prompt, whatever they give us this week. I've done my shed and I've got my pots of flowers going. I can add more pots and I can, you know, decorate my shed a bit more if I feel that I want to. So thank you so much for watching and take care, everybody. Bye.